welcome back to my channel. Now, today I'm going to talk about the new age, new vibes, exploring new religious movements, folk religions, neo-paganism, and spiritual trends. Let's be honest, when somebody says the word religion, most people think of big names like Christianity, Islam, Hinduism. But what if I told you that there is a whole world of spiritual movements out there that don't follow the same old scripts? Welcome to the New Age. Not just a music genre or astrology meme, but a wild mix of new religious movements, folk traditions, new paganism, yeah, and rising trends like Gnosticism, Deism, and even atheism. It's basically a few spiritual buffet where people pick what vibes with them. Even I feel like I don't care what vibe with people. They should have made those words much easier than they are being pronounced, honestly. Uh, so let's dive into the tea, what all this means and why it's becoming such a deal in the 21st century. So, what is New Age? Think of New Age as not as a religion but a spiritual movement that became popular in the 1960s and 1970s. It was like a comic rebellion. People were bored of rigid rules and wanted something more open, personal, and magical. New Age beliefs New Age beliefs often mix ideas from ancient traditions like Hindu chakras or Buddhist meditation, nature worship, astrology and crystals, positive energy, affirmations, and even aliens. Yep, for real. The vibe you do. The vibe you do you spiritually. And people love it for being inclusive, non judgy, and kinda atheistic. People are being too obsessed with it, being atheistic. Aesthetic. No, what am I saying? It's aesthetic. Brain is not braining. Okay, whatever. I mean, yeah, it's important. So these are new spiritual paths or belief systems that have popped up mostly in the past 200 years. Some are super peaceful, others felt a bit controversial, but they all have one thing in common. They are different from mainstream religions. So let's get to know a few like Scientology. It started by science fiction writer L. Ron Hubbard. It's all about spiritual healing and uncovering your true self. Called a Thetan, it's famous and a bit infamous, especially in Hollywood. Falun Gong, a Chinese movement that mixes meditation, exercise, and moral teachings. The Chinese government banned it, but its followers believe it's about truth, compassion, and tolerance. I feel like it's against the Taoism, Buddhism, and Confucianism, isn't it? There is another weird, which is realism. Believers think aliens, the Elohim created humans, and they are guiding us. Like, think about it, sci fi plus spirituality, even though it's a weird combination. Yeah, this is what forms realism. And there is something which is famous in India, the Baha'i faith, a peaceful global religion that started in 19th century Persia. It teaches unity of all religions and people, and its followers believe in progressive revelation, meaning all major prophets like Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad are part of one divine plan. Might be true, might be. Whatever. NRMs can be tiny or global, quirky or serious, but they show how people are always searching for meaning in new ways. Now, if we are talking about folk religions, they are often practiced by communities passed down through stories, songs, rituals. They don't always have a holy book press. They are full of tradition and connection. Some examples are shamanism in Siberia, Mongolia, America, where a shaman or a healer or a guide connects with spirits to help the community. African traditional religions that honor ancestors and spirits of nature. South Asian village traditions where people worship local gods and perform seasonal rituals. In today's world, some people are bringing these practices back not to be old fashioned, but to feel rooted and spiritual in their own culture. But if we are talking about Neo-Paganism, the rise of modern witchcraft, uh, it constitutes modern day witches, druids, goddess worshippers. Witches, I, I like it. I like it. It has to do with feminism. I like feminism. Yeah. Neo-paganism is a revival of pre-Christian spiritual practices, mostly from Europe. Yeah, it's from Europe. It's hard to believe it's from Europe. No, it's actually not hard to believe. It's nature based, ritual loving, and super empowering, especially for people who feel disconnected from mainstream religion. Famous forms include Wicca, a modern pagan religion where people worship nature, celebrate the seasons, and work with spells and magic. But it's not evil, it's all about harmony, balance, and personal empowerment. Druidry, inspired by ancient Celtic traditions with a focus on trees, the earth, poetry. There's another one which is Asatru or Heathenry, a revival of Norse beliefs. Yes, Thor and Odin are back. Marvel is back. Marvel is dead only. Marvel is character. For many, new paganism isn't about fantasy, it's about connecting with the earth, honoring feminine power. Yes. And building a spiritual path that feels alive. Now let's get into some newer mindsets that don't involve rituals but are still deeply about what we believe. It's hard to pronounce for me, but let's deal with it. Gnosticism. Gnostics believe the material world is a kind of trap and true salvation comes from inner knowledge. Gnosis. It's like saying the truth is within you, not out there. Modern spiritual folks sometimes blend Gnostic ideas with meditation or mystical experience. It's very, you're more than your body type energy. Deists believe in a creator, but not one who interferes in everyday life. Think of it as, yeah, God probably made the universe, but now they're just letting things run on their own. Deism was actually being among Enlightenment thinkers like Voltaire and Thomas Jefferson, and today some spiritual but non-religious people wipe with this idea. Atheism, it's pretty popular. I think people even know this word. Atheists say, I don't believe in any god. But that does not mean they are cold or hopeless. Many atheists believe in ethics, kindness, and science. Simply don't feel the need for a supernatural being. Atheism is growing worldwide, especially among young people who value logic, evidence, and personal freedom. Some prefer to call themselves ag- agnostic, yeah, not sure if a God exists, or secular humanist, focused on human values without religion. So, why is all this happening? If you're asking for a short answer, people want options. Yeah, that's true. People want more options. You give them options, they want more options. The world is changing fast. There's more freedom, more technology, more global info, more questioning of old systems. So people are mixing spiritual paths, Buddhist, meditation plus tarot cards. Why not? Leaving religions that feel too strict or political. Why not? searching for meaning that fits their identity, lifestyle, and beliefs. Why not? Whether it's casting a spell, meditating with crystals, or just living a good life without gods, the New Age is about personal truth. If you're asking about my final thoughts, you don't have to follow a label to be spiritual. Whether you light candles for the moon, question the whole concept of religion, or just love asking deep questions, you're exploring what it means to be human. Be a human. Life is short. Enjoy at its most. In a world full of choices, one thing's clear. We all want meaning, connection, and something to believe in, even if it's just ourselves. So go ahead, read, ask, explore. The universe is full of weird and wonderful ideas, and some of them just might speak to you. So go explore the world. Thank you.